Hey, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new here. I appreciate it. Either way, thanks for supporting the channel. Hope you're doing well. We are going to talk a little bit about the upcoming Marvel TV series, Ironheart. The second trailer has dropped recently. The show is coming up soon. And then, of course, we also have Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. And there have been hints that Ironheart will appear in either one or both of those, which is why, quite possibly, there may have been some of these reshoots and why there's been a delay so that they can tie the series to the movies and do what Marvel has done as it has struggled, like they did with Captain Marvel, where there's like, oh, you have to see this between Infinity War and Endgame. You've got to see this. So they're probably going to do that same type of thing with this series as well. You may recall, and here we go, it says, dislike surge on new Ironheart trailer, while original trailer surpasses 500,000 downvotes. Yeah, absolutely 500,000. We're going to take a look at this right now. This is the first one here, and we take a look at this, and you can see 513,000 downvotes to 216,000 likes or upvotes. And the next one, it's a little better to start out. Obviously, it's also a lot newer. It's only been around for a few days, but we've already got 47,000 downvotes, 47,000 thumbs down to only 41,000 upvotes for Ironheart for the second trailer of the upcoming Disney series. So it's it's going to be interesting to see what Marvel does with all of this. They've made a bit of a mess for themselves. No one wants to see this, and scrolling through the comments, almost amazingly, and props to Disney because they don't usually. They left the comments open, and most of them are are not positive for this show, and I think we can all understand why. From everything that we've seen of it, this is supposed to be someone who's going to be this spiritual successor to Tony Stark, even though there's been absolutely no connection to the characters. We also heard from Dominique Thorne, who's playing Riri, which is the character who is Ironheart, talk about the difference is how Tony had all this money and that's why he was able to do this. Forget the fact that if you watch the first Iron Man, you saw Tony as a captive in a cage with a bunch of junk parts and was able to put this together. But as while the trailer was met with an initial dislike surge, the like to dislike ratio has only widened as more viewers discovered it. Instead of slowly recovering over time, the reception has soured further, which is a clear indication that word of mouth isn't helping. Yeah, I don't know anyone who is talking about Ironheart in a positive way that is looking forward to this series. Now, I think this was written on that Park Place yesterday because now it's been out for 3 days. The new trailer, and again, already ratioed 44,000 to 40. I just showed you where it's actually now at 47,000 to 41,000. So that's a 3-to-1 ratio from the time this was written until what we have now. So it's not looking good for Ironheart. Disney deja vu with a rotten apple. Does all of this sound familiar? It should. And then of course we have the wonderful, wonderful Snow White. I'm not even going to comment on that right now with Rachel Zegler, but that was an absolute disaster. So why should this worry Marvel? Great question. Obviously, look, how should I put this? Well, as it says here, YouTube engagement isn't just cosmetic. While likes and dislikes aren't the full picture, of course, they do offer a blunt force measurement of public sentiment. And as you saw with those numbers, and we've seen recently with Marvel, that sentiment has been trending negative for a long time. While there have been some bright spots, I think Marvel, Spider-Man was very well liked, if not loved, by so many people, even if a lot of people, even for the people that didn't necessarily like the whole movie in general. And, there were some bits I didn't like. I thought they were, ever since Endgame, I think they've been really trying to diminish Doctor Strange, made him a little bit of a buffoon and incompetent. But the whole thing with the three Spider-Mans and having that reunion and getting those actors back was a really cool movement. I think moment. I think a lot of people really love that, and it was done really well. So there have definitely been some bright spots. Deadpool and Wolverine, lots of people loved. Like I loved it too, just because of getting Hugh Jackman in there, and Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman did have a rift off. It was great. Was the movie good? Not really. But other than that, it's been miss after miss after miss, and people have not liked where Marvel has gone with its characters, where it's gone with its stories. There just hasn't been a whole lot to cheer about. And then now we are hearing that Ironheart, this has been hinted at by Dominique Thorne, who plays Riri Williams, that Ironheart could be appearing in Avengers Doomsday or Avengers Secret Wars, maybe both. She did an interview with the direct and was asked about the odds of that happening, and that, the quote was, the odds might be in our favor. Who knows? We'll see. This suggests a potential appearance, but it's not a definitive confirmation. So it is possible, despite there already being 10,211 Marvel characters in Doomsday, we may also get Williams as well, which I don't know if Marvel will do it at this point. I was going to say, which could set up Riri as sort of this head of the next phase with Avengers, but Marvel may have gotten smart enough. I think they delayed Ironheart for a long time for reasons, and they're sort of figuring out maybe this isn't where we want to go. But we may at the very least see Ironheart in Avengers Doomsday. We may have characters like Kamala Khan in there as well. Of course, Kate Bishop, who they set up with what I believe was that the first Disney series, or was it WandaVision? They were very close together, but that's what, 5 years ago at this point, and they set up fantastic actors, by the way. I love Haley Steinfeld. I thought she was great as Kate Bishop. I thought her chemistry with Jeremy Renner and their relationship was great. I didn't like anything else about it because again, they were diminishing the character of of Jeremy Renner, so of Hawkeye, obviously, and but those two and their relationship was really good. And then that's all we've seen really of Kate Bishop. So it's going to be interesting to see going forward what we do with Riri Williams and Ironheart. It was never liked in the comics. I know people don't like the idea of her replacing Tony Stark and them trying to do that because there was never a connection there in the first place. Unlike, say, Tony Stark and Peter Parker as Spider-Man, where there was this mentor, mentee, almost, uncle, nephew, father, son relationship. So Ironheart premieres June 24th. And then, of course, that's, I think, the final thing of phase 5. Technically, Doomsday comes out December 18th. So, yeah, Riri could have a minor role there in Doomsday, maybe, and then something bigger in Secret Wars, which comes out. I'm sorry, Doomsday. I completely messed that up. Doomsday doesn't come out till December of 2026. Okay, and then maybe she has a larger presence in Secret Wars, which comes out in December of 2027. But of course, Marvel has not confirmed any of that, so we shall see. But it's going to be interesting to see how Ironheart does when the series does come out. But let me know your thoughts on all this in the comments below. Are you planning on watching Ironheart? Are you looking forward to it? Do you want her to have a larger role going forward and sort of be this replacement for Tony Stark? But let me know in the comments. Smash the like button, please. Subscribe to the channel as we continue to grow. I do appreciate it so much, and I will talk to you later.